Yo, what is up, it's Jacob, and today I'll be talking about how to win your close range gunfights. So I should have made this video a long time ago, but of course, I'm really lazy. This video is oriented on the individual instead of as a team, and just giving tips and tricks on how to just win those CQC fights that are up close and personal. And with that, let's get started with one of the first and one of the most important things, which is reticle control, which is that thing in the center of your screen. And basically, when you're running towards compounds, like say this one's in the doorway or you think he's behind it, you want your reticle directly on it. When you scope in, go straight in the doorway. But of course, if your reticle's elsewhere, it takes a lot longer to actually get on the guy in the doorway. Which is the same with hipfire. Like if it's directly on the corner, you want to follow the corner and you instantly go on. Because if you just let it wander and then suddenly see a guy, it takes a lot longer to hit him up. So here's an actual example. There's a trail behind the wall. So I'm peeking around the corner, I spot a guy, take him out, quick reload, and then take the second and third out really fast. So watching this in slow-mo, you'll see that I'm already getting my M4 reticle on him, but I want to switch to the Uzi because it's a better shot, close range. And as I peek around the corner, like as he runs out, my reticle's already going to that corner before he even ran out. So I get the knock, I get the reload, I'm tracking the guy through the wall, and once again, before it comes out, my reticle's already positioned on the corner, so I don't have to re-aim as he runs out. And of course, I know where the third guy is, so I just scope straight on him. And to be able to do this, you need headphones. Like, there's still some guys that prefer speaker audio for some reason. I'm like, no, that's not how the game's played. You need headphones. If you're not using headphones, use them. Because I don't know what you're doing. Like, you can't do pre-fires like these and be able to anger yourself without hearing people. And the next step is maintaining the 1v1 when you're outnumbered. So you can see me in the cover here. And first of all, whenever I'm shooting, I'm exposed. When I'm not shooting, I'm always in cover. There's not a point when I'm not shooting and I'm exposed. And also, there's not a point where two people have an angle to shoot me when I'm peeking, which allows me to win this gunfight. And one of the most well-known examples from me of this is the Bushka custom room clip.
Give me my chicken dinner, you bastards! Fake Jacob holding this together with string and good hopes. Hard push down, bash down. This is fucking ridiculous. Jacob going ham, 18 kills, and there's only one left between him and victory. Forget about it. Give it up. There's no point starting. He's taken out a fifth of the freaking lobby. If you don't love that kind of action, then I can't help you.
And looking back at my perspective, like, look at how much I crouch. In this 20-second gunfight, I crouch about 10 times. And that's because I'm on a hill, and just being able to crouch in general is just super important to just using your cover properly and reducing the amount of time that you're exposed. And with that, even though I'm on the low ground, I have no helmet, I have low health, and of course outnumbered, I'm still able to win this fight because I use my cover properly and maintain the 1v1. And now it's a game where I got a 22 kill win in Bushka's custom rooms. So this is kind of an old clip, but it's a good example of just peeking thinly. Like, these two guys are right next to each other, but I peeked so thinly that the second guy who was shooting at me, like, just didn't have an angle. And with that, I'm able to get a few bullets to the car, get a knock. But this one's just reticle, just seeing the guy, instant knock there. And pre-firing, just maintaining the 1v1 again. And one thing I wanted to point out was this nade. This nade prevents them from going close to me. And it's also a distraction while not risking myself. And here you got a better angle, they're right next to each other. And I peek so thinly that second guy, he's trying to shoot me, but has no chance. So in this clip, this nade serves another purpose. So I know there's guys on both sides of me, left and right. But then I want to delay the guy on my right, so I have time to just keep the 1v1. So I take two guys here, and just thinking from your enemy's perspective, after knocking two, I know enough time has passed that the guy on my right's gonna be coming now. So I go there, I just hit him up, and Uzi's OP. And with that, just simple squad wipe, maintaining 1v1, everything I've said before. But the key takeaway is just thinking like your enemy. Like, that really helps, like, just predict where you need to pre-fire and stuff. Like, I know that nade will delay him, but then after knocking two, this guy will come back, so I anticipated that. But one thing you might not have noticed is that when I'm rushing the last guy, so I'm running towards this crate, and once I go behind this barrel, I double back and then pre-fire there. And he's pre-firing the left side because he thinks I'm just gonna keep running. And with that, I'm able to avoid the enemy's pre-fire and just take him out for the squad wipe. And I guess it's more general, but just pre-firing. Like, the way I pre-fire is I do quick peeks, go back and cover as they shoot, and peek again here, and as I know the third guy's low too, I rush down, I take him out, I hear the fourth guy in the open there, scope in and take him out. But just pre-firing and keeping it irregular. Like in this clip, it's only a 1v2, But like this guy upstairs is very confused. So like just their first reaction when their teammate gets knocked is to just fire at the stairs automatically, which if everyone does that. But then by going down again right after pre-fire, he wastes his bullets. He's now low on bullets. Like he's less likely to pre-fire, less likely to shoot well, and that just gives me a huge advantage, which allows me to win this. And just in general, just think like your enemy. What would you do in their situation? Or where would you be? And then that way you just know where to pre-fire, and the better you get at it, just the better fighter you become. And I guess to anyone like asking about recoil, like recoil is just your sensitivity. You want a sensitivity you're used to, and just keep tweaking it until it feels right. Like change the way you drag your finger usually won't fix it as much as just being used to sensitivity, like how I am in here where I can flick to people during this car fight and just take him out with a single scar mag. And the biggest thing is that you need to learn from your mistakes. Like after every gunfight, there's at least one thing you could have done better, if not more. Like here, I was angling improperly. Like I know there was a guy to my right, I was also watching the left. I shouldn't have been so exposed. I still won that fight, but like I took way too long to get back. And then here, I was able to get a first aid up, and I think I played this part well. Like this guy peeks, I pre-fire him, I get a few hits. I'm also healthy. He should have pushed earlier, but here, I take him out. So still, even though I won the fight, I still have something I can prove. And here, I just got my team killed. Like that was an awful crash. I could have crashed much better than that. I missed this guy. And then he got behind cover fast. And now it's a 1v4, with of course one of them knocked. But like my teammates are dead, I have to dip, and I actually hold a pretty good spot here. So like I'm covered from both sides, I'm able to get a first aid. But either way, at this point, it's a 1v4, and most of the time you'll just lose these fights. So they're actually pushing really well. It's a 2-2, but I'm able to actually get 3 knocks here. I struggle to get over this fence, could have done that better, and I get back and get a heal. But overall, like, even when you don't die, there's always something you can improve. And just improving off your mistakes is the most important thing. And with that, that's my advice to you about how to improve your CQC skills. And hopefully this helps. Thank you for watching. And of course, vote.